Hello, my friends, and welcome back to new Dalancia, our Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition campaign. After having charmed Rollo Tanglestrad, Ianfear had noticed the halfling was hiding something. He eventually revealed a secret location where he believed there to be vast amounts of treasure. The party followed him to a cave entrance outside Bunahver, where they encountered a Duergar summoning a bearded devil. When the devil had concluded its business, the party hastily incapacitated the Duergar and brought him to the guard in Bunahver, where he was imprisoned. Govan Godbury rewarded them for the capture, and the investigation continues. On the Twilight Zone. How's everybody doing? Good? Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys ready to roll some dice? Virtual
Sure.
dice?
As long as I don't have to wash my hands afterwards.
Govan had just handed you guys some cold hard gold, some gold hard cash in reward for handing over the Duergar that you captured during the last session. So I think we left off right as he was kind of walking off. So what do you guys want to do now?
Did we ever do anything about that what was it, the iron or the silver that the blacksmith was looking for? The one that was going to be also around that way?
Nope, but there are still hours left in the day.
We can try that. Which way did he say?
Didn't he say it was along the way?
Yeah, all along the river. All along the river. Would probably be the best bet for finding iron.
Well, I'm cool with heading down there.
Any opposed?
No.
Nope.
So you guys exit the castle, and as you're crossing through the center of town, you see Antarius, who flags you.
Hail.
Hail, he says. I've been poking around town, and I've come to the conclusion that this iron shortage that we've heard about is actually a lot worse than we've been led to believe. As it turns out, the guards' weapons and armor are in disrepair in general, and as are tools being made available to local farmers and the artisan guilds here in the city. So apparently this has been going on for some months.
For a lack of iron?
A lack of iron. So Bunahver gets regular shipments of iron from Mekordika, and those shipments have been going missing for the past few months, which has caused a shortage on iron. Now, I overheard a conversation between two of the guards this morning, and they're discussing there was a recent shipment that hasn't arrived from Mekordika. Additionally, I have heard that there have been brigands on the roads lately. Now, Govan is ordering all citizens to remain off the roads, and they're issuing a reward of 100 gold for the bounties on the brigands.
Sounds like a good reason to me.
Tracking brigands shouldn't be terribly hard.
Maybe we can find where all this iron is going.
Yeah, it seems to be spreading, not just through Staskar, but now into Bunahver nearby. Well, this bodes ill. By the way, Valphalin, the Queen's Lance has departed Mekordika for Avatlek. And My other 2 retainers are also in town. They are currently enjoying some time off at the inn. So we now can run messages, or they can handle some of the more menial tasks here in town while you are all out. Now, I intend to continue my investigation here. If there is anything that you have need of in the meantime, please do let me know.
Well, thank you for the information.
Indeed, I'll keep digging.
That all lines up with the note Jarvard about how they're moving their operation to Mekerdika. These bandits are no doubt they're stealing the iron. So we should probably locate the nearest trade route.
Sounds sensible.
Nearest trade route out of town is going to be the both of these roads. If you look at the map that's on our screen, there's a road that heads out west and a road that heads out the north. So each of those roads would be, you'd probably have incoming supplies coming through the road through Westgate, and then outgoing supplies through North District.
Which road did we come in on?
Westgate.
We came in through Westgate.
So maybe we should try out the North Gate since we didn't cross anything coming.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I'd like to use my criminal contact to see if I can get any information on who these bandits are.
Okay. Let's see. That's a good idea. So let me give this some thought real quick. And I need to read through criminal contact. So unless you've been to Bunahver before, you'd need to send a message out to your contact. So it could take a little bit of time to get the information, but you should be able to secure it.
Okay.
I mean, we could probably deal with a few of the brigands, and then as we do, like, maybe we can get more information about who's sort of behind hiring them. That's
also a good idea. I'm definitely not opposed to the idea of him using the criminal contact, though. Let's say that you, we need to talk about where that criminal contact hails from as well. I'm going to assume it's relatively nearby. Is that a safe assumption for you, or did you want to be from somewhere else in the world?
No, it doesn't have to be somewhere specific.
Okay. So you compose a message to your contact, your point of contact. And I assume you would hire a messenger to run it to them, yes?
Yes.
Let's call that 10 silver pieces.
Okie doke.
Just to pay for the messenger. And let me also pull up a quick map. You know what? Your criminal contact is actually in Mekerdika.
Okay.
So it's going to take around a day to get message back. So you should hear back by tomorrow.
Awesome.
Hey, that music stopped. What's up with that?
Maybe it wasn't set to auto.
I suppose not. There we go.
Yeah, so if it's going to take a day and we're leaving in 2 days with the expedition, I say we just try to see any of the of these bandits that we can either capture or kill to start getting the flow of iron back in. And then we see who's been behind all this. If we can't get out of them, then we have more information by tomorrow.
Agreed. And we could definitely use the income for our upcoming expedition.
Indeed. Shall we head to the north then?
To the north.
To the north.
So you guys head out of the north gate.
Oh, good, it is.
Did it play?
Yeah,
It
is.
played. Oh, yay. Cool. I should probably get some better stock imagery. Okay. Let me grab stuff I prepared. So how do you guys want to travel? Do you want to follow the river? Do you want to follow the road?
I mean, I think we should probably be following the road if that's what the route that these people are being attacked on.
We could mask our cart to make it look like we have stuff, and then see if we get attacked.
Oh, wow.
The old bait and switch. It's a great idea.
Yeah, that might draw them out if we put our packs or something and like cover it with like, I don't know, someone's blanket, or if we cover our cart with a bunch of blankets and just, you know, guard it, make it look like we have valuable items, we might be able to draw them out that way instead of blindly searching.
So, based off the
Cargo.
based off the clothing I have, I think I'm gonna change into that what is it called? The scholar's outfit instead. Before we do that, so that way, you know, they're not seeing like this. Well, I don't know. Maybe they might be more attracted to seeing someone who's like dressed fancy.
Yeah, if you're dressed like a noble and we look like we're trying to guard you and the contents of the cart, that might make it, I don't know, too good for them to refuse.
Balphalin looks concerned. He kind of grips at his great sword, knowing he's about to have to stash it for the time being. And with a big sigh, places it into the cart.
Our heavy hitters should probably like hide in the cart under a tarp, so like it's not too much of a show of force.
We could do that too. I mean, we could fit, what, 2 people in the cart?
Well, I mean, depends on their size. Like, I imagine that Misku definitely would fit into the cart. It depends on how big Balphalin is, though, especially as a dragonborn.
Balphalin's pretty big.
Like,
but he's,
I imagine he would fit in by himself, and then Misku probably wouldn't fit.
well, he's still medium-sized. He's not large or anything, and the
It would
cart's
just make
pretty
our
large.
load look bigger. It would just make it look like we have more underneath the blanket.
The cart is actually pretty large. It's got a very large area inside it.
I don't know. That's up to you, Balphalin, Misku. If you would rather hide underneath an ambush if necessary.
I agree. I prefer to stay close to my implement.
I'd like to see if I could stay off the road and try to keep my distance from the cart.
Smart.
Brilliant.
You could stealth your way through.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys make all of the preparations. It takes around, let's say around 30 minutes to get it looking proper. You do stay within the city walls while you make these preparations?
Yes, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. We stay inside the city walls so that no one sees us.
Brilliant. Wow. That was a really good plan.
Actually, before we take off, I'm gonna sort of look to either to any of the party and be. Do either of you have like a small satchel or like a small bag we can use that I could use as a display of extra wealth?
I've got an extra bag that I carry materials in that doesn't have much in it right now. I can just put in my backpack, and you can use this bag.
That way we can maybe it'll appear that I'm overflowing in coin.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. You can hold on to my coin purse in the meantime.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. We're adding to that imagery. I love it. I love it. The road winds along the side of the river for a time. And before long, it kind of climbs up this incline as the and as this sort of cliff edge is formed along the bank of this river. So there's a little bit of a bank at the bottom. As you peer over, you notice what looks like a wolf. It appears to be possibly sleeping. Very strangely, though, it's kind of half out of this opening. A small opening.
Can I go investigate? It's kind of weird for a wolf to be that close to the road.
Can you roll a perception check for me? As you're approaching, it looks like the wolf is injured. Looks like it might be, like, kind of bloodied.
I would probably approach slowly and see if I could try first aid, maybe give it some food so it's a little more...
You approach. No, it's dead. And the entire cave kind of just reeks.
Ooh, this does not look good.
There is a trail of blood that leads off to the north.
Well, now I'm angry.
Are there any puppies inside?
Yeah. Yeah, there are.
Are they dead puppies?
Yes, they are.
Oh,
Slaughter a family.
that's horrible.
Is there is everything around here dead? Is there nothing left?
The wolf that lays kind of outside of this thing looks like it had started to, like someone had started to skin it before taking off. They kind of left it half fucked up.
So they left tracks though? I can track them?
They did. They left a trail of blood. They weren't very cautious about it.
That's going to be a pretty easy tracking job.
You want to roll an investigation?
I'll be right back. The dog needs to go out.
But my survival is so much better.
Go ahead and roll a survival then.
Now I've probably jinxed it.
So you don't notice anything other than this trail of blood. Very obvious trail of blood.
All right. Well, I'm probably gonna want to follow this. I would be. I'd probably come back and explain to the rest of the group what I've seen and just sort of tell them that I'm going to follow this trail. And then, I don't know if anyone's going to come with me or stay on the road or what.
I will accompany you.
So we might, depending on which way the trail goes, maybe we can kind of do both at the same time.
All right, now it seems to lead north along the riverside.
Yeah.
It's going to divert from the path, though.
I think we should stay on the path as much as possible. I mean,
If you wish to investigate, I can stay here with the cart.
Mm-hmm. I think I would probably definitely go investigate.
I feel I feel we should then try to stick as close together as possible.
Meaning?
I I I feel. Let's go investigate this.
I see. I will... Balphalin pulls out a map. I will follow along the road as far as I can. Simply come back to the road and you'll find me.
All right. We'll.
Is everybody okay with this course of action?
With what's going on?
So I think we're gonna divert instead of going to the iron thing to try to find the bandits. We're gonna try to follow this path from the slaughtered wolves.
Balphalin has offered to stay with the cart on the road so that you don't have to pull it along. Unless you want to pull it along. I mean, it's horse-drawn, so...
He's gonna stay by himself on the road?
protect the cart. But yeah, that was the idea.
Okay. I guess I'll go investigate with everyone.
Or he could go with you if you think it would be better that way.
Well,
I want the
the
cart to be protected.
Well,
can we fit the cart on the path by the river?
sure. Sure, you could work it out.
Maybe we head down the river and come back to the road.
Yeah. See how much we can investigate, and if we can't find anything, we just head back to the road and back to our original plan.
Very well.
Seems fair.
So you guys follow this trail for a time. See. Let me run some preparations real quick. Way to automate dragging in all the players.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Oh, the music ended.
Just calculating. It's okay.
I mean, it's about to start back again, but
Okay, here we go. So the path next to the river opens up. The trees get a little bit more sparse and spread out, and you start to find more and more blood on the ground. As you finally approach what you think is the end of this trail, there are so many wolf corpses everywhere. And you can hear fighting up ahead and shouting. I'd like everyone to go ahead and roll an init, but actually I can do that for you now. Never mind. One moment. And it didn't work. Is everybody seeing the scene okay?
no.
It's black to me.
Yeah, it's black.
Did that not save? What's going on here? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer.
Okay, I'm back.
Did that come up for you?
I just have a black screen.
Man,
I see
nobody.
my token in a black screen.
Yeah.
I see my token in a black screen.
That's weird. Okay, hold up. Hang tight. Sorry, guys.
Which, if I'm still in the cart, is kind of appropriate, I guess.
Now I see.
What's going on?
I can see now.
You can see perfectly now?
I mean, I have obstruction from the trees. Oh, now the obstruction is gone.
Yeah, I'm still all black.
What the heck? I'm double checking everybody's lighting. Everything looks like it should be working. Yeah, we're in daylight mode. Maybe if I... Ah, that's what it is. Okay, so you... Just up. That's weird. I'd move people in order to get that to work.
Okay, now I see everything.
Yeah, moved it one
There's like
space.
3 big black splotches on the screen. They're like streaks in the trees.
Yes, that's perfect. So those basically detail where you cannot see right now because of perspective, right? So as you move, those will change. Okay, let me finish rolling a knit for everyone. And it still didn't put everybody in order.
You can it doesn't you can sort it, right? Like after everyone's on there, you can tell it to sort.
Can I?
Like if you right click it, you can say
Ah.
sort or something.
Descending? Yeah, okay. Cool. Awesome. Thanks for showing me that.
Yeah.
So up ahead through the trees, you see what looks to be an ongoing, or what looks to be a recently finished battle. One of these very tall, barbaric-looking guys is like pulling an axe out of a corpse of a wolf. And over to the right, there's another one who seems to be beating this wolf who lies motionless. Roll them as a group.
Whoops, hang on. What the heck was that? Why did it do that?
Why'd it do what?
I was only hitting the I for information, and then it actually posted it in chat.
Oh, weird. So,
Huh.
Ahara, you were up.
So I think this guy here that's I guess closest to the motionless one, you said he's beating.
Yeah, he's beating this wolf. You're just bare hands beating him.
Looks like I've got a clear shot from what I can see.
You do. Yep, that's a
I'm gonna
clear
put
shot.
Hunter's mark on him.
Your hunter's mark is on him.
And then I'm gonna shoot him.
Let me get some appropriate music. Yeah. All right, go ahead and roll it. Nice. Nailed him. Whoo! Oh my gosh. Whoops.
So 13.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have a. Yeah, I pulled it off. Where is? All right, there we go. Cyrene, you're up.
Oh, I'm also going to move.
Oh yeah, right. Go right ahead. Sorry.
Okay. So, I'm going to move up. Let me get there.
Moving might be a little bit laggy due to the dynamic lighting. Let me know if
Yeah,
that's the
that's fine.
case.
Move there. And I think I'm still a little too far out, so I'm gonna end my turn.
What to cast?
Yeah.
No, you're not too far out.
Aren't they? Okay.
Yeah,
I see this one.
No, if it's
15,
like a
20.
touch attack or something, then yeah. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, you can only. However, you can only hit ones that you can see. So,
Yes.
if you want to communicate to me which one you're attacking, just click and hold on one, and it'll ping like that.
Yeah, that was the one I was gonna.
That was the one. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead and do your
then
thing.
I'm gonna do my magic missiles. And there's 3.
5 and 2, and that's an auto hit. So. And does that end your turn?
Yes.
So Valphalin is up. He readies his greatsword. And he is just going to haul ass over to this guy here. Ianveer, you're up.
Okay, let's see. I gotta. Alright, let's start by moving there. Okay. 10, 15. I think that
Final
was like-
Fantasy Tactics track.
Yeah. All right. All right. So let me make sure this has got the right range for it.
Oh my. I just realized that the screen isn't showing up correctly right now. Let me change that real quick.
Okay.
There we go. Wow, sorry about that, guys. That's awful. I did not even notice.
So
Everything looks fine to me.
Oh no, it was on the stream. It wasn't showing up. It was
Oh,
still
okay.
showing the like we were still in Bunahver.
All right. So this guy here. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna take a shot at this guy here with my crossbow.
Go ahead and roll it. That is a hit.
All right.
11 damage. Tess.
Just a moment. Okay, well, Tessa's she's gonna run up to right here. She's sprinting, so that's gonna end my turn.
Okay. Misku.
All right. Misku's going to run. Yep, right there. So I'm going to be sprinting also. To here. And for my bonus actions, I'm going to go ahead and start Rage. But I'm also going to be activating Frenzy with my Rage. And that's going to be the end of my turn.
For the duration of your rage, you can make a single melee weapon as a bonus action on each of your turns after this one. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and mark you as red to show that you're in rage state. The first of the three berserkers dives over and grabs his axe. The second turns around to face you and makes a Misku and takes a swing at you. So he rolls what? He rolls an 11.
I'm 18.
That's a miss. Attacking Valphalin. Attack is 17. That is a hit. Roll. Ahara, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna. I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna break my Hunter's Mark to cast Ensnaring Strike as a bonus action.
Okay.
Let's see if I can link this.
Succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by magical vines until the spell ends. A larger creature has advantage on this saving throw if the turret's target succeeds on the save. The vines shrivel away. While restrained by this spell, the target takes 1d6. Oh, awesome. Okay, so that's going off before your attack, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Take your shot. We have a 10 plus 2.
I'm gonna use my inspiration and re-roll that.
Actually, that's a hit.
Oh, then I won't.
I mean, they're probably just big guys.
Which one are you shooting? Can you ping it?
The closest to me.
Okay.
My DC is a 14.
Okay, so he needs to roll, what was it, a strength saving throw?
Yeah.
Ooh, he rolls an 18.
I mean, they are big guys.
Cyrene, you're up.
I presume, anyway.
Okay, so I'm gonna move a little bit closer to the action. I'm gonna go right here. And then from here, I want to do Acid Splash.
We have a DC 12 dexterity save. On which one are you doing Acid Splash?
I got this one.
This.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Acid Splash is an AoE. Let me look that up.
So maybe it gets both of those guys?
I think so.
Okay.
Hurl a bubble of acid. Choose 1 or 2 creatures you can see within range. If you choose 2, they must be within 5 feet of each other. Check. A target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 acid damage. So you can choose to hit both of them.
I choose to.
I choose.
I
what was
choose
it?
to.
So it is
crave
a
violence.
Mother.
yeah, DC 12 dexterity save. So here's for the first. Oh wait, I don't have to auto. Now it auto rolls.
Mother, I crave violence.
That one is a pass. They both passed. So was it? Did they take half damage, or how did that target miss? Or take 1? Okay, no, it's or take the damage. Okay, nothing happened. Sadly. So Alphalin is going to take a mighty swing with his great sword. That's a hit. For 13. Ian Fear, you're up.
So, what kind of weapons are these two wielding?
Great axes.
Great axes? Alright, I'm going to do something a little funny. So, to this one here, I'm going to Okay, so to that one there, I'm going to cast my Crown of Madness. Let me see
Crown
this.
of Madness.
Come on. Oh, the wrong one, that's why. So this is a level 2 spell.
Okay. And?
So he must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. First, roll your wild magic surge.
All right.
And we're going to use the modifier that we talked about earlier.
Right.
I didn't think about spell level when I created that system, so now I'm wondering if maybe we should add an additional modifier for spell level.
I mean, we can figure that out later. But so I rolled 16 on wild magic.
Rolled 16, so this spell does go off. Let's see.
So he must make a wisdom saving throw.
Or become charmed.
Or become charmed. And then while he's charmed, I can... basically, he must, at the beginning of his turn, before even moving, he must attack a target that I choose. And if he can't, then he can make his actions as normal. And then at the beginning of...
Each of its turns, it must make another wisdom saving throw.
Also, during my turns, I must make an action. I must concentrate for up to a minute's worth of action.
Okay.
On the spell. It fails. It just fails.
He is charmed.
So I guess that's my full action. I mean, I guess I can tell you which one I'm gonna force him to attack.
You're going to have to continuously roll Constitution check. No,
he's gonna have to roll Wisdom saving at the end of each of his turns.
And you just kind of concentrate.
And
so you
can't really do anything else. I'm just
well,
kind
no,
of
you can
stuck.
you can take other actions like movement, but you can't attack, and you cannot. And if you are attacked, then you it might break your
Then it breaks my
concentration,
concentration,
based on if you based on a Constitution save.
Right.
Okay.
But I'm not going to move. That's my turn.
Okay. Cool. Tess, you're up.
All right. Tess is going to focus her attention on. Oh, hold on. This guy.
Awesome.
Guy.
I wonder, is the crown visible on the guy?
Yes.
Because it says a twisted crown. So does everyone else see this crown on him?
You all see the twisted crown of thorns that appears on his head as Ianfear waves his hand and utters a spell.
Going to use Toll the Dead on this guy right here behind the charmed guy.
The sound of a dolorous bell fills the air around it for a moment. You guys all hear this bell. Let's see. So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. If the target is missing any of its hit points instead, takes 1d12 necrotic. Whoa! Here's a wisdom saving throw.
Nope.
That is 1d12 necrotic damage. Go ahead and roll. 7. Let's see. He is bloodied.
And that's it for my turn.
Misku.
Okie doke. Let's see here. So, since I have a free melee turn, before I do any melee, I'm going to use... Hellish Rebuke on... How do I ping?
Click and hold.
Oh. My Hellish Rebuke that guy.
All right. Can you link your Hellish Rebuke, please? Find it.
It's not in my... It's on my attack line, but for whatever reason, it's not under my stuff on the side. Let me pull up in the index.
Not in the list of spells?
I gotcha. Hellish Rebuke. Oh, wait, that's the wrong tab. Hellish Rebuke. You point your finger, and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish
wait,
flames.
never
Yeah,
mind.
this creature is not
Misread that.
damaged you, I'm afraid.
Okay, well, I'm going to swing once at the guy behind me. Or to the diagonal down towards Val.
Okay. You can
Okay.
go ahead and any attacks you make on this creature are with advantage now because you are flanking. And that is a hit.
Oh, right. One
And-
is one-handed, one is two-handed.
This is a two-handed strike, is that correct?
Right.
Okay. We have 6, 8. First attack, he takes 8. He is bloodied.
Okay, and then I'm going to swing again at this friend.
Okay. Does that... Let's see. Kind of madness.
What's up?
I'm just, I'm reading back on...
Maybe seeing if you're attacking it might break the Crown of Madness on it.
Doesn't look like it.
Nope. That's why it must make its wisdom saving throws at the end of each of its turns.
Go right ahead.
And this one's without advantage, correct?
Yes, this one is without advantage. That is a hit.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Ooh.
12 damage.
I don't know what this is with this running nonsense of my single-handed rolls being more damaging than my double-handed rolls.
Just how the dice land sometimes. He is... oh no, he's not.
Wait a second. No, the one on the right is my two-handed roll. Because the one on the left is D8 and the one on the right is D10.
Wait a minute. Yeah, the one on the right is the one I picked for your two-handed roll.
Okay. For whatever reason, I thought the one on the left was the two-handed roll.
Oh no, I've been taking the one on the right.
Okay, cool. Smash, smash, smash.
Cool. And yes, he actually is bloodied. I forgot to add your rage damage to the second attack, so he is actually bloodied.
Cool. And I will end my turn.
The one berserker makes an attack on his companion, and it's a crit. It's a crit.
Wait, is this the one with the Crown of Madness on it?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
It is a critical strike. Double damage. Oh boy. 26 plus 2.
Charm.
Oh. And he is at death's door. The axe just sticks in his side with a sickening thunk.
He's like,
And he
oh, dude, what the hell?
Screams and he writhes in pain.
So now he has
Serves
to
him
make
right.
it. Now at the end of his turn, he can make a wisdom saving throw.
The injured one staggers up to you.
Also, the other one can move as normal now. It's just he has to begin his turn with an attack.
And he's using Reckless to gain advantage on this attack roll.
Well, I mean, he did just get an axe stuck in his side.
Yep, he did just get an axe stuck in his side. The other one swings at Valphalin. And it's another miss. He whiffs. Ahara.
Oh,
You're
don't
up.
forget to, you can make the
Oh,
wisdom
right, the
saving.
wisdom saving throw. Sorry about that. That's a 17. I believe that...
Broken.
Yeah, he breaks it.
Yeah, it must have been the sight of seeing his axe digging into his friend's side. What the hell?
Ahara, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna hopefully finish off the one that just got an axe in his side.
Okay. Hit. Headshot. He drops.
Boom.
Yeah, it just sticks in his head like thunk. And he just drops down. You know, knees first, and then he like collapses forward.
I'm gonna make a spitting motion at him as he drops.
That was the one that was beating the wolf, by the way.
It was.
Cyrene, you're up.
Okay, so that guy's dead, so I'm just gonna attack magic missiles, everything on the guy in front of me.
Which
That
one?
one.
This one? Okay.
Yeah. So magic missile, missile. All on him.
There you are. Done and done. He takes the damage. Just like
Cool.
that.
And that's my...
Valphalin, what do you have? We are going to use... He's going to use his action surge to make 2 attacks against the one in front of him. before he does that, he positions himself between that one and you, Cyrene. I think it's 2 attacks. He whiffs the first attack. And the second attack hits. For 8 slashing damage. Fear, you're up.
Alright. Well, since I no longer have to concentrate on my spell anymore. Okay, let me see this. What does this say about this? Alright. So... Alright. I'm going to use... I'm going to use my light crossbow on this guy.
Okay. Light crossbow, +1. It hits. For 8 damage. He is severely wounded.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move around this, and that'll be it.
Tess, you're up.
Okay, so far we just have these 2 guys left, right?
Yes. This one and this one.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see the icon on that guy.
Oh, right. I need to take Hunter's
Mom.
Mark off him.
Give me just a moment. Okay. We're going to use Channel Divinity, Path to the Grave on guy.
One creature you can see within 30 feet of you, cursing it till the end of your next turn. The next time you or an ally of yours hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all that attack's damage, and then the curse ends. Which I think vulnerability... Was that...
So I think it's like, if it would have resistance, maybe it doesn't?
I thought resistance... You know what? I think it also doubles the damage like a critical hit does. So I think it's like an auto crit. We're just going to call it that for now until I do some more research, but...
Okay.
Okay.
That's that.
Yep, that's an action. Okay. Misku, you are up.
Batter up. Is this guy still flanked?
Which one?
The one with the yellow dot?
No. He is no longer flanked. However, you could reposition, but you would incur an attack of opportunity from him if you do.
I'm swinging at yellow dot.
That is a hit. Double damage.
24. Wait. Right?
Single
26? 26. No.
28.
28, yeah, 28.
Yeah.
drops. Like, you
Murdered.
decapitate his
Splat.
ass. Decapitated.
You were knocked prone. Also, you have no head. You're dead. These details are important in that order.
In that
I'm gonna swing.
exact order.
I'm gonna swing at this guy next.
All right. Hit. That is 8 plus 2 is 10, and he is at death's door.
Bonk.
So the final berserker starts to take off running. As soon as he you may take an attack of opportunity against him, Misku.
Do I have advantage on that?
No.
Okay. Also, my whole screen's black.
That is a hit. Smooth.
Your whole screen went.
Yeah.
My screen is black too.
Did fix it?
Okay, fix it for me.
Yeah, it's back now.
Okay. It's really weird, the updated dynamic lighting system that I'm using for these outdoor maps that kind of show the viewpoint from the trees and stuff is a little finicky because it's still in beta. So usually sliding the token over one and then... Ah, yes. So onto the damage. We have 9 plus 2. It's equal to 11. And that is actually just enough damage to drop him. And that's combat.
Pal clam. Bonk.
Wolf pack for life.
Oh. That was not so too sweet.
do 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 do.
The wolf comes too, but he appears to be too beaten to move currently.
Can help with that. Let me just think for a moment. It doesn't have 0 hit points though, does it? Does it have 0?
It does not have 0. It is not dead. It is bleeding pretty badly.
Okay.
It's missing fur in places, but it's laying over on its side.
It's this one.
Ahara, as you approach, it kind of tries to struggle to its feet, but it's unable to.
This one.
Yes.
I reach down and touch its butt, touch its flank, and then give it a cure wounds.
Yes, you can. So its wounds start to mend.
And then Tess is going to pretty much immediately back up because where she's, wolves are scary.
And it immediately starts to back up. Obviously, it's frightened, snarling, but it doesn't attack. It looks a little confused. It's kind of peering around at the rest of its mates, who are all laying on the ground, dead.
I'm gonna try and feed it and see if I can soothe it.
What will you feed it?
I just have some rations with me. Probably dried meat, I'd imagine, something like that.
Very well. Go ahead and roll an animal handling. Ha, nice. So, instead of trying to feed it by hand, you kind of toss out a bit of this dried meat, a piece of this dried meat, and it collects it off the ground and continues its snarling for a time. You continue this process until the wolf physically calms down, still very, very much wary of your friends who are nearby. As for your friends who are nearby, you can't help but notice that there is a cart.
Yeah, I was about to say, I want to go check that out, see what's going on over there.
Before long, the wolf finally does approach you and is willing to take food out of your hand.
Good pupper.
So all these wolves look like they've been just physically beaten up.
All of the wolves look physically beaten up. They have various marks of, obviously from getting hit with axes, that sort of thing. But on the back of the cart, there are several wolf pelts, and there are crates and crates and crates of iron. Lots of iron.
Ooh.
The horse is still alive attached to the cart.
The horse is still alive. It is. It seems panicked.
Yeah, I think
Seems
we might
pretty
need you,
panicked.
Ahara, to come calm this horse down.
I'm gonna kind of move over there slowly, see if I can get the wolf to come, but not too close to the horse.
Because you have food. Go ahead and roll another animal handling for the horse. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. You immediately, like, what you're doing. You immediately walk up to this horse and you just place your palm right on the front of its face and stay steady, and it does.
Whoa, trigger. Whoa.
Can I take a look at the dead bodies of the guys and see if we can find anything on their person?
They seem to be pretty lightly equipped. Each of them has a great axe that they are carrying, along with some now very battered hide armor. Other than that, they don't really have anything like packs or anything.
Not even any coin purses?
However, there is a coin purse and and you find a letter in the back of the cart.
All right. Yeah, let's take a look at that letter.
This is the letter that you find. I hope that's a better font than last time. I think you can click on it and make it bigger. I'm going to show that all for the stream as well.
It sounds like we've got a Robin Hood on our hands.
And neither the initial D or Logan kind of make any sense.
D, we have some letters from them already.
Hey, you guys have
Right.
intercepted a few. It looks like he's still behind this.
Yeah.
But Logan's a new name.
I
And
don't
also
I don't presume any of these guys are Logan.
Why don't you ask them?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Bring them back to life real quick and ask. It's a joke. I won't bring back anyone. I know that's frowned upon. But if we ever need to.
I wonder where they were heading.
North by the looks of where the cart's pointing.
I mean, it doesn't look. Yeah, it looks like.
We could try heading back to the road. What time is it?
Oh. You know what? It's late afternoon. Late
I was gonna say
afternoon.
it's gotta be at least getting close to dinner time, because like even when we went out for the adventure, it was getting around lunch.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is
Perhaps we
getting around
should,
dinner time.
perhaps we should take all this iron back to Bunahver.
Yeah, and maybe see if there's something going on with these. I mean, I guess they were just collecting the wolf pelts for fun while they were collecting this iron.
Along with the letter, in Fear, you also find a manifest. So the manifest details the cost of the iron, which, let me see, was 350 silver pieces. And it's labeled that it is to be delivered to Bunahver by order of Dorthau Sarzin of Mekradika.
Yeah, so this was one of the cards that got intercepted and never made it.
Contains 350 pounds of iron.
That should definitely help the town out.
Should. Yeah, I think we should take this back.
Yeah, I agree. We're gonna have to get this back onto the road and get this back to Bunahver as quickly as possible.
Right on. Shall we cover the goods like before?
Might as well.
Yeah.
Let's take
Right
the
back.
time to throw blankets and clothing and other things that you can find over the iron, and you make your way back to the road. Well, actually, there's not really a reason. Not too far out of town. It takes you around, let's say, around 45 minutes to get back.
And we'll probably be looking to find the first guard that we can as soon as we get back to town, so that to wave them over to tell them to call to Govan Godbury, and maybe the ironsmith.
Well, who do you want to take it to?
Well,
The ironsmith said he'd pay double for it.
Very true.
I mean, yeah, probably.
I'm gonna hang out in the cart with the wolf and give him some food and try to calm him down.
So
Or
you're-
her. I guess I didn't look.
Although you were able to repair a lot of the damage, you've stopped the bleeding and all of that, the wolf still does have a broken leg. He does have, it does have a broken leg and some other injuries. So you do assist it into the cart as best you can, and you, I'll say you pull from your rations, and you're actually able to get it a good-sized meal for its size. It doesn't look especially skinny or anything like that, but it does look like it was a younger member of the pack.
All right, I'll mark a days of rations off. Let's say we gave him that much.
Sounds about right. You guys make your way back to Bunahver and enter through the north gate, and you get some really strange looks from the guards as you come in now with one cart richer and one horse richer.
One horse richer. I'm excited.
So you guys pull the cart around, and I guess you're gonna take it directly to the smithy, was it?
I think so.
Is that correct, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, one moment, please. Let me just prepare everything. I'm bad at this. Okay. Place Ahara in the cart. So I'm going to say you guys pull the... There we go. I'm going to say you guys pull the other cart around as well, but I don't have the room to show it here.
Oh, it'll just be along the side of the building or something. Or
Almost there. Sorry. Hopefully it doesn't do the darkness thing to you again. In fear. Did I miss anyone, Taz? 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks about right. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. You guys arrive at the smithy.
it did the darkness thing.
It did the darkness thing? Okay. So I'm just going to move everybody over by 1. Everybody can see now?
Yep.
Okay. As you approach with the 2 carts in tow, the blacksmith begins to approach you. How can I... Oh, my.
I believe we lost something that has been found, or vice versa. We found something that's been lost.
We're keeping it. That stays.
Is that one of the shipments from Mekordika?
It is.
Ah. Well, as I have promised, I will pay you 2 silver pieces per pound of iron. So that's going to come out to 700 silver pieces.
Do we have any idea what the going rate is?
1 silver piece per pound.
He's paying double like you promised.
He is paying double.
I'm still gonna make unhappy noises at him. I don't like him.
How much iron is in the shipment?
I believe this says, what is it, 350 pounds?
May I see that?
I'll hand him the little shipment note.
Thank you. He kind of looks it over. Yes, 1 moment. I will step inside and retrieve your payment. And he steps into the building. Before long, he comes back out. And he actually has a collection of some different things. So he hands you a pouch of coin. If you open it, you will find that there are 700 silver pieces in there. So if we divide that among the party, what do we get? 1 moment.
I'm gonna make an offhanded comment about needing to count it because he's orc.
What's the comment? You wanna say it?
Better count all that money if it's coming from an orc. Can't trust him.
He kind of looks up at you, makes eye contact for a few minutes, and he huffs and he goes back to handing the silver.
Tess looks at Ahara and like blatantly is like, "Is there something wrong with orcs? I've never met one before now."
Well, if you're into raping and pillaging, you're in good company.
She looks at the orc and gasps.
He doesn't seem he doesn't seem to let it impact him. He just kind of remains very stoic. So the split is 11 gold, 6 silver, 6 copper. Did anyone want to actually count it in front of him?
I'm sure that Ahara will.
Yeah, I'll probably hop down and count.
So as you kind of approach, he kind of steps away back toward his forge, and he says over his shoulder, "You will find that payment is all there. Now, if that is all."
I mean, I think that concludes our business for here.
He goes to his table and he stacks the different effects that he has brought up. And there are some different things like pickaxes, shovels, things like that.
I say we go see if we can find our old friend Rollo. See if he's been if he's yet been introduced to Govan Godbury. Because Govan Godbury seemed to be very interested in knowing how Rollo found the cave that we went to.
How will we track him down?
Well, let's not make a great effort. Just see if we find him in town.
The blacksmith peers over at you and he says, "If your business is concluded, I suggest you move along."
Oh yeah, he's sure to be real busy with salesman skills like that.
I'm gonna jump back in the cart and kind
Yeah.
of just watch him.
Well, let's take the cart back out. It's getting close to evening anyway.
Where will you guys go?
Do we want to? Didn't Govan offer us room for our stay before we go on the journey?
He did.
Yeah, I say we take him up on it.
You gonna just go to the inn and...
Is the inn attached to a tavern?
Yes.
Could use a drink.
Sounds good to me.
And a meal.
So you guys head back to the Immaculate Nun. Guess who?
There's our friend.
And as you enter, he immediately turns around and makes eye contact with you. And he
I'll give a cheeky little wave.
Says to the bartender, "I just remembered I have some business to attend to elsewhere."
We'll all probably be standing in the doorway.
Look, he's running away again.
And he says, "Excuse me, if I might just get through here."
I feel like we should kind of.
Tess is gonna create like a wall with her body. She's gonna like puff up and be like, "And where were you going?"
The bartender, catching on to what happens, comes around from the bar and she says, "Okay, no fighting in my bar."
No, don't worry. We're just
We're old friends.
Yeah, we're old friends, and we're going to introduce him to our new friend, Govan Godbury.
Now, let's not be hasty.
You tried to keep us locked away in a cave.
I did exactly as you requested. I showed you the way to get to the entrance of the cave. That is what you requested of me, and I fulfilled that role.
I believe I told you to go first.
I did.
And then conveniently disappeared.
I fulfilled my end of the bargain, and I left.
Well, luckily
I didn't
for
get
you,
paid. What else do you want from me?
well, if you're looking for payment, I mean, Gove and Godberry seems to be quite interested to know this information that you had.
At this point,
Maybe
everyone
you-
in the bar is staring over at you,
I'm sure.
and the barmaid comes up and says, "If you wouldn't mind taking this outside, please."
Yes, let's take this outside.
Valphalin walks up and he kind of scoops the halfling up with one hand, just kind of grabs a fistful of his tunic, and you all kind of parade him back outside.
Oh, I'm sure he's gonna love seeing that wolf too, because even injured in his state, I'm pretty sure it's kind of.
So he does struggle against it, but if you're going to ask questions, I would start now. People are starting to look.
So tell me, how exactly did you come across this cave?
Like I said, I was walking out one day and I saw it. I saw the entrance and I thought it looked interesting. And so I went and I investigated it.
I see. And so you you told us you went down and then you came up when you heard a noise. And
Correct.
Yet somehow we're the ones who found ourselves locked inside the building. And yet you didn't.
That's not my fault. I heard a noise behind me and I left. That's all there is to it. Can I go now?
Well,
I don't see that there has been any kind of a crime committed. In fact, I didn't even get paid for my services.
Can I tell if he's being honest?
Sure. Can you roll an insight?
Oof.
Seems to be.
Well, off with you then, I say.
Valphalin drops him. He kind of lands on his butt. He stands up and he dusts off. And as he starts...
I'll toss him, before he leaves, I'm going to toss him 30 silver pieces.
He stops. He looks down and he scoops up the money and pockets it. Some way to pay off a debt. He scoffs as he marches off. Now, with that settled, I could also use a drink and a smoke.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely a drink.
Guys, enter the bar.
Yeah, sorry about that. Our debts are settled.
Consider it forgotten. The barmaid goes back behind the bar and starts preparing drinks. You guys want me to drag you in on this, or do we need that visual
No.
aid here?
Nah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Does he
I don't
walk-
think we really need one.
As you walk back in, you've got the attention of the people sitting at the table here, and they kind of are eyeing you as you walk in suspiciously. I'm more...
Oh, I should probably hand Tess back her money bag.
Oh yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and you all collect your gear out of the carts. You now have 2 carts.
Yeah, one that's filled with pelts, too.
Yeah, one that does have pelts in it that you could sell. Or, I mean, you could do anything with it. You craft with them, whatever.
Possibly, yeah, possibly craft some armor or something.
Even better. We have another horse.
So let me grab a menu. Kind of give you an idea of what's going on in the inn today. Where did I put that? Encounter generator. Oh, come on. Ah, here we go. What? Okay, no. Hi, Pupper. Yeah, I don't like that one. Let's go to a different one. You know what? Let's do the official one. Why not? Can I? Is that something I could? No, I can't save that. Okay. Sorry guys, give me a second here. Okay, there's a menu very nearby, and I'm going to paste this information into chat. I don't know
Oh,
why
I totally read that item wrong in lunch.
that formatting is terrible.
So this
What
is
did
supper
you,
time, right?
What's that?
This is supper.
That's
Yeah,
correct. This
evening.
is supper
Okay.
time. Thanks to Wizards of the Coast for that generator, by the way. I wish y'all would keep up with it.
I totally read that thing under sausage completely wrong.
Dick eggs.
Wait.
Cyrene wants to order, so can she just fly up?
Oh, sure. Once you guys sit down, the bartender comes up. What do you have? But in a female voice. I'm not good at that.
Cyrene would like plum pudding and raspberries.
Plum pudding and raspberries.
Ooh, that sounds really sweet.
I'm a
She
fairy.
scribbles this order down. And anything else?
Not
Well,
for me.
I'm going to take the mixed grill and let's have an ale.
I'll have the same.
And I.
Misku just yells out meat as she flops over onto one of the benches and passes out.
Mixed grill.
Meat.
Not that I think it's going to play any kind of role right now, but Misku does have a level of exhaustion now from when she used Frenzy earlier.
Okay, yeah, still not quite. Oh no, I know how
So she's half
exhaustion
awake.
works. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's really exhausted. So that's 1 gold piece.
I'm gonna have 2 of the meals, but don't bother cooking the other.
You're going to eat raw meat, or is this for a
I have a
dog
friend outside.
or a cat? If you have a cat, I'd like to pet it. She
Not
says.
quite.
Kind of like a cat, only a wolf.
Just a wee bit bigger.
It's as temperamental as a cat.
We can bring it inside if you want to meet it.
Probably
just-
shouldn't.
He just has a normal human friend outside. Is like, yeah, I'll eat raw meat.
Very well. Coming right up. And she goes back behind the... she proceeds over to the kind of the kitchen area and starts to prepare all of your food. And Valphalin leans over the table at you, Ahara. So, regarding the blacksmith...
Tess says, yeah, tell me all about that. I've never seen an orc before. I didn't know that they could be so mean.
I don't know if he was full orc, maybe half orc,
He was half.
but for sure, orcs are not the sort of kind to hang out with. They murdered my whole family, my whole tribe.
Oh, that's horrible.
I've met a good one or two, but in my experience, it's hard to find the good one.
Hmm.
I was only 40 years old, had my whole family killed.
I'm so sorry.
Well, thanks.
Do you know who killed your family?
It was in Jindu, the native orcs there. The traveling band. First, they killed my family. When I tried to track them down, they captured me. I was tortured for weeks.
Marauders. I've read
Yes.
about the war between the orcs and the elves in Jindu.
Those are the ones.
And in Malia.
Mali is where my tribe was from originally.
So, you were a forest elf, a wanderer.
We were. Malia was in civil war. There were those of us who were the nomadic elves. And then you had the others who wanted to be more ancient.
Yes. There was another faction of elves who decided that they wanted to plant roots and build cities. And the wandering nomadic elves of old disagreed with this philosophy. Civil war broke out.
Betrayed their heritage, as I understand it. We are nomadic wanderers. We live in the trees, and they wanted to settle down. Bunch of heretics.
Regardless, it would divide the country between North Malia, that is mostly tribal nomadic elves, and South Malia and its great cities.
Indeed. We did eventually find peace by staying apart from one another.
But it wasn't long before war broke out again with the orcs in Jindu. Yes, I've read.
How old are you there?
Just a second. I'm like, wait, how old was he? I am 35.
Well, it's been about 200 years
Yes.
since the orcs killed my family. The stuff you read about is the stuff I grew up with.
I see. I spent the majority of my childhood reading, you see.
Of course. You'll forgive me if I don't welcome every orc I meet.
Well, that's understandable.
I, for one, can understand this prejudice. As you already know, I have not always been treated fairly by other races, and thus I tend to hide my appearance. The barmaid comes over and drops off your food. And you all start to dig in.
Nom nom nom.
So are Dragonborn not common either? Is that why you have to hide? Or had to hide?
They're not common where I am from.
Have you not had much experience in the world, Tess?
No, not at all, actually. I grew up in a forest with humans, and I only saw humans growing up, so you lot are kind of the first of these races that I've seen in person. I've read about you, some of you. I haven't seen any of you. This has been an adventure for me.
I am from Bjorvifik, Imajokia.
Is the captain from there as well?
Yes. Well, he is from a different city, but also from Imajokia.
I see.
He saved my life. He hired me at the port in Bjorfavik. It's really hard to say. And I accompanied him here after hearing his case and about his investigation. One night as we slept in Mekordika, we were accosted. We didn't get a good look at the attackers, and I was injured. The captain could have pursued them, but he chose instead to stay behind and save my life. And for that I owe him my services.
It sounds like a good man.
Indeed. Otherwise I would not follow him. He, pulls up a pipe and sparks it up. Plumes of smoke billow around him. It's sort of a wooden kind of smell to it. Very musky. Before long, he's finished his flagon. His eyes sort of glaze over. Puffs out this huge pillowing smoke. Now, what I'd like to know is about the Fae. Why did you agree to leave the forest?
Well, considering you helped me, I figured I would help you since we seem to be fighting the same kind of creature.
In all
And
of my
she,
reading,
uncomfortably looks down a little bit.
I've not read much of the Fae.
Yeah, I've barely even heard of legends of the Fae, much less any that have been seen outside the forest.
A human family used to tell me that the Fae were evil and would cast evil curses on you if you messed with them.
That is true.
In Malia, they believe that the Fae bring the seasons.
That is true.
Fascinating.
Fae do all these things, but we don't like the big people very much.
But you liked us enough to tag along.
You helped me. But I figured if you were going to kill these things that have invaded our lands and our forests, then I would help as well. My mentor was murdered by these things, and so I have taken it onto myself to seek vengeance. And she looks down again.
Tess gives her a little pat. Tiniest little pat with her finger on the shoulders.
And you get a little bit of fairy dust on your finger.
Ooh, sparkly.
At this point, Antarius actually walks in. And he takes a seat at the table alongside you. He actually pulls up one of the bar stools so he can sit along the side. Ho, friends!
Ahoy hoy.
Oh, he sits down. His armor kind of clinks and rattles and makes a lot of noise in general. And he raises his hand and he looks over at the bartender and he says, "A mead, please." And she says, "Anything to eat?" "Meat." Oh, well, it would seem tomorrow is the day. I've also been asking about the expedition and what people know. But before that, how were your travels?
Oh, not much. Just recovered some silver. Found a bunch of wild barbarian type men, killing an entire den filled with the corpses of wolves.
Found
The
another
usual.
letter from D.
Oh, what did it say?
I think Anfir is holding on to the letter if he wants to show him.
Yeah. And tell them, yeah, it looks like not only is this iron shortage something that's regularly happening, but based on the fact that this D character is showing up again and is providing a monthly stipend to these brigands, this is something that might have been going on for quite a while.
The barmaid comes back around. And she kind of leans over the table as she sets Antarius's drink in front of him. And she says, I've heard that there are some other cities that are also experiencing an iron shortage. But they don't appear to have any pattern. They're not even on the same trade routes.
Yeah, all this note seems to mention is something along the lines of like a revolution is coming. That could spell some serious trouble if we're talking about some kind of armed uprising.
Attacks on all different sites, all different cities. Interesting.
Does all the iron come from the same source?
Not all of it. We get
Curious.
most of our iron comes through Mekordika, but it can come from all different places across the ocean. We also get shipments that just go through Mekordika that come from more local sources. There are also shipments that have to make their way through Mekordika because they're coming around the mountains through hold on. Koklo is how that city is pronounced. Oh my god.
Cuckoo, Kachu.
Yeah, Kuku that comes from Kuku Kachu.
Well, it seems that if we're gonna have to focus on getting this expedition done as soon as possible to try to. We may have to head up to this Mekwidikwa to try to find out more about. This seems to be a central hub where a lot of the iron comes through.
And that's what everyone's talking about right now is the expedition, the barmaid says. Apparently, that expedition is being led by none other than Master Archaeologist Kimrim Godbury. And she is on her way here to lead the expedition herself. So I heard that this expedition is going to the oldest dwarven ruin ever found. So naturally, all the dwarven houses have some kind of a stake in it. But we've only got one liaison this time. And he's from House Drac.
Curious. Do you normally have more liaisons?
Oh, it varies, depending on what the find is. But in this case, just the one. Just the one. Obviously, we have our own House Godbury, who is leading the expedition, but the House Drac liaison is Smethic Garcalin Drac. I've never heard of him before now. Hopefully he's handy in a cartography. I don't know what those people need. Any more food for you?
No, I think I'm ready to turn in for the night.
Yeah, I think after today's events, we're ready to just turn in for the evening.
As you say that, a pair of humanoids come down the stairs. And Antarius goes, "Ah, yes. One round for each of my friends here." Let me actually get a... Almost done, sorry. And Val Phelan says, or I'm sorry, and Antarius says, "I'd like you to meet my retainers. This is Garvin Coldshore. And Gianna Grantham.
Well met.
Well met." Go ahead, you're fine. Yes. So they will also be working with us. They're able to, they'll be able to take on some of the more menial things that we need in town, as well as running messages and the like. And Garvin kind of steps forward and he places his hand over his chest and he says, "We live to serve for the Queen." Well, it has been a long day.
What do we want to do with these pelts? Because we're gonna need. We'll look towards Antarius. Can you have them secure these pelts for us so that we can get rid of them?
Do you want them to sell them?
That seems like a good plan to me.
Garvin, please take the pelts located in the cart outside and sell them to the market.
Perhaps I should go with him so he doesn't get bitten.
Probably wise. Probably wise. And Darius doesn't know about the wolf yet. So you guys both go outside, and Garvin's a little taken aback by the wolf, who is a little taken aback by him as well.
I give him the raw meat.
Oh, and he immediately just focuses on that. He's a good boy, after all.
Yes.
Or good girl. Is it a boy or a girl? Have you checked?
I have not.
Ah. Perhaps you'll have to do that.
Maybe when it's warmed up to me a little more.
Well, with that, it looks like we are out of time for the day. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time on New Dalancia. This is VG Punk's Video Game Punk signing off. Keep a song in your heart.